Oscar Myers, and this is my compost journey at Chatfield Farms. Chatfield is a small-scale organic farm located in Littleton, Colorado. In this, the strangest of years, I enrolled in Denver Urban Garden's Master Composters program. So with a head full of ideas and the full support and encouragement of my leaders and mentors, I decided to start a small-scale composting program. I knew that finding sources of nitrogen would be easy, but on my first day I gathered enough carrot tops and weeds to start off a pile. I then loaded up in the gator and began searching the property for sources of carbon. I needed to find things that were brown, things that were dry, preferably things that were less dense and would thus break down easier. But most importantly, I needed to match and then double the stockpile of wet green nitrogen that I had accumulated. Eventually finding a source of wood chips, I created, watered, and covered my first pile. Within a week, my first pile was steaming. I then decided to start my second pile, this time sourcing a whole new set of materials and comparing the decomposition of my two piles. I then moved on to my third pile, still keeping the piles separate so I could analyze the materials and the rate at which they decompose. For my third pile, I used local weeds that had gone to seed. I wanted to see whether the compost process would cook out the seeds and prevent them from germinating. I didn't have enough tarp to cover all three piles, so for my third pile, I began using straw as a cover and a source of excess carbon. As I built my fourth, fifth, and sixth piles, I began using Asana, productivity software built for offices to track my watering and turning schedules. I also took notes as to what materials I added, as well as the level of decomposition and the temperature of each pile. As the seasons changed and I saw comparable decomposition in all piles and no sprouting weed seeds, I decided to combine all 6 piles into a small windrow. I had gained access to a tractor, and by combining all my piles into a single windrow, I was able to turn all my compost in one single run using a common tractor attachment called a tiller. As the growing season came to a close, I sifted a small amount of my compost using a homemade sifter. I created a small amount of finely sifted compost, a proof of concept that black gold can be created at Chatfield. But then I decided to apply the rest of my finished compost as an inoculant for next year's pile. In creating a compost system, it's important to adapt, to use all the tools you have on hand. Next year, my greatest tool will be everything I learned composting at Chatfield.